Is college a scam? I don't know. I'm Clay. Let me explain. A big topic out there you see quite a bit is student loans, the big debt, all that sort of stuff. Some people are totally anti-college, anti-going to school, go to a trade school and learn, become an electrician or something like that. And there's all sorts of thoughts out there. So I thought, you know what? Really at the core, is college a scam? It's kind of a poorly worded question. It's a poorly worded way to go about answering something because at the heart, well, I mean, it depends if it's a scam or not. In some cases, yeah, it is definitely a scam and it's very, very sleazy. But in other ways, hey, I mean, it actually makes sense and I would say that it's not a scam at all. So what actually is determining this? I say it depends, but really depends on what? Well, the way I like to look at it is, and we'll go through a little story. So we have Tom here. And Tom is thinking, all right, well, I want to go to school, but in order to do so, because school is very expensive, I need to take a loan. And this is one of the few loans that I don't have problems with, kind of, and I'll explain that. Because, it is a loan, but it really is an investment into your education. Now, the key thing about an investment, I've done this before and Clay explains, is there needs to be an ROI on that investment, meaning a return on investment, meaning if you are putting money into something, it needs to be able to pay money back out. So I don't have a problem with loans or student loans or anything like that. But there's some situations where I do. So Tom's saying, you know what? I do need money. So Tom needs money and he's going to go over here and he has to determine, what this degree is going to get. What sort of degree he is going to stay focused on. So really at the core, Tom needs money to get one of these. That again being a degree. So you graduate, you wear that little hat with the tassel and you chuck it up in the air. Everybody's excited. But here's the core question on whether or not college is a scam. This piece of paper, this degree, what is its ability? Ability of what? Ability of doing this. So I really want to make sure this shows up. What is the ability of that piece of paper to start to give you money back? So here's an example. If you go and let's say a college, there's some goofy degrees out there, but I don't know. I'm just going to make this one up. If this paper right here is for, the history of Roman goat herding. So if you're like, you know what? And like I said, this is an exaggeration, but there are colleges out there. There's one I know around the local West Michigan area. It's like something about medieval studies. And that's great. I like knights and castles and all that sort of stuff, but medieval studies, you're having people take on thousands of dollars of debt to learn about medieval studies. I can go to the library and learn about medieval, but that's not the point here being, there are some goofy majors out there. So if this degree is for the history of Roman goat herding, do you think that is really going to do anything over in this department? Do you think that there's a job market for that? I mean, maybe you could become a teacher, but I don't know if there's any really historians that are needed for the, how Romans herded their goats. But let me say this. And this is one of my favorite ones out there that's awesome. Let's say this is a 2-year degree for a dental hygienist. So I'll just put dental hygienist. 2-year degree, and if you go and do the research on the ability right here to pay you back, there's a huge job market for dental hygienists. And not only that, it pays really well. So from that point of view, no, college is not a scam at all. College has offered you something. It's allowed you to invest your money into something that is going to do this, that is going to pay you back very nicely. But to think that in some well, that just fell. Anyways, okay, let me bend down and get this. We're not cutting that out either. We just had a little logistical mishap. But to think that some colleges are offering this, and they're saying, we're offering this for the price that they are, and in many situations, now if you're going in and paying cash for it, totally fine. Paying cash for something like that, but to think that, and especially it's really bad when the US government is backing the loans for some of these insane degrees, In that situation, I'm fully on board that the college system is a total scam, ripoff, sleazeball industry. How can you offer worthless? And again, I am defining worthless as the ability to do this. And you read about people, well, I have this degree, but I can't find a job. Well, what's your degree in? The history of Roman goat herding. Wow, that's shocking to hear you can't find a job. But in some cases, I don't blame, when I was an idiot at 18 and 19. I probably still am an idiot, but at that age, I was definitely an idiot. So to think that we're letting people like that, we're the parents, but how can that even be allowed to, for that to be offered when those colleges know that there's no job market for any of that? It's ridiculous. So is college a scam? Well, I don't know. It all circles back to this question right here. And I don't think that's going to show up on the video, but I'll just do that right here. What is the ability for that piece of paper to pay you back? If there is no value in that piece of paper to give you a return on investment, and those colleges know that and they're still offering it, in those situations, I call it a flat out scam. But in the situations where they're offering you something, they're offering you a skill, they're offering you knowledge that has a job market for it, then no, that's not a scam at all. That's just them offering a good investment opportunity for yourself. But the tricky thing is most colleges offer both. So you can never say that that college is a total scam because, well, they still do offer some of these situations where they're going to give you that. But you got to be very, very careful with it. So is college a scam? I don't know. It depends. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.